Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Continue reading from Srimad Bhagavatam Canto 9 Chapter 2. Does anyone remember what we read yesterday?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
We were reading about the lineage of Vivasvat Manu and his sons. So when his daughter Ela had turned into men, then she went to the forest, and then after that we read about the prasada, like how he prayed to Vashishta Muni, and then Vashishta Muni helped him, and
It's
he
Sudyumna,
played
Sudyumna.
Sudyumna, sorry, Sudyumna. So Sudyumna went to that forest and got turned into a female, and he immediately prayed to Lord Vashisht, and then Lord Vashisht prayed to Lord Shiva, and then Lord Shiva granted him the wish and also kept the promise that he promised to Parvati Devi. So in the result was that Sudyumna had to be a female for 1 month, and then the other month he could change into a male. So then when Sudyumna, now the kingdom people got to know about it, and they were not very happy about it. And then when he got old, he went to the forest. He had 3 sons and 1 Pururva. So he gave everything to Pururva. And then now Vivasvat Manu again wanted more sons. Then he had 10 sons. He again prayed, and then he had 10 sons. And then we specially heard about the son named Prasanna and
Prasadra.
Prasadra, like how he loved cow protection. Whole day and night he would protect the cows, and how nice he was. And like by mistake, what he did was that one night he was supposed to protect the cows. He heard the noises from the shed of the cows, and he thought that he heard the noise and he ran, and then he saw there was a tiger. So it was so dark that he couldn't distinguish, and he killed the cow. And that he got to know in the morning. Until then, he thought that he had killed the tiger by mistake. But in the morning, when he got up and he see when the sun came out, and when he saw, then it was the cow that he had killed by mistake. And then Lord Vashishta cursed him that in next life he would become a Shudra. And then Prabhupada is quoting Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's commentary, and he seems that Vashish was not very intelligent. Instead of cursing him, he should have engaged him in atonement. And but then Sudyumna was very, very pious. He accepted the curse of the Guru, and sorry, not Sudyumna, Prasadna was very, very pious. He accepted the curse of his Guru, and he was not upset from his Guru. He took the vows of brahmachari and very peacefully satisfied whatever Lord gave him. He engaged himself in devotional service, free from material desires and situations, and completely engaged in the devotional service, and he became transcendental. And like to the material things, he just became deaf, dumb, and blind. So up till here we have heard. And I'm sorry if I made the mistakes.
No, it's all right. The names are a bit confusing. It's true, you know. So, yeah, so then we going on today with text 14. Evam vrito vanam gatva
एवं वृतो वनं गत्वा
drishtva davagnim uttitam
दृष्ट्वा दावाग्निम् उत्थितं
tenopayukta karano
तेनोपयुक्तकरणो
Brahma Prapa Param Muni.
Brahma Prapa Param Muni.
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. With this attitude, Prashadra became a great saint, and when he entered the forest and saw a blazing forest fire, he took this opportunity to burn his body in the fire. Thus he achieved the transcendental spiritual world. So he was a pure devotee, he became a saint. The Lord says in Bhagavad Gita 4.9, Janma karma cha me divyam evam yo veti tattvataha tyaktva deham punarjanma naiti mameti sorjana. One who knows the transcendental nature of my appearance and activities does not, upon leaving the body, take his birth again in this material world, but attains my eternal abode, O Arjuna. Prashadra, because of his karma, was cursed to take his next birth as a Shudra. But because he took to saintly life, specifically concentrating his mind always upon the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he became a pure devotee. So according to his karma, he was supposed to become a Shudra. But he took up this process of concentrating his mind always upon Supreme Personality of Godhead. So by the yoga process, we can do that, right? In samadhi. And he became a pure devotee. He took up yoga process, got in samadhi, and then he's taking up devotional service. Immediately after giving up his body in the fire, he reached the spiritual world, as mentioned in Bhagavad Gita, Mameti, as a result of his devotional situation. Devotional service performed by thinking of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is so powerful that although Prashadra was cursed, he avoided the terrible consequence of becoming a Shudra and instead returned home back to Godhead. So we can see here that by engaging in devotional service, we can change our karma. By karma, Prashadra would have to take up another life and take up the life of a Shudra. Right now, he is a king, a prince. That is also the son of Vaivasta Manu. So for him, certainly it would be a very low birth in the next life to take up body of a Shudra. But because he's engaged in devotional service, he became a pure devotee. Instead of continuing in the material world, he's gone back home, back to Godhead. As stated in Brahma Samhita 554, Yasva Indra Gopam Athava Indram Aho Swakarma Bandha Arupa Phala Bhajanam Atanoti Karmani Nirdahati Kintu Cha Bhakti Bhajam Govindam Adi Purusham Tam Aham Bhajami. Those who engage in devotional service are unaffected by the results of their material activities. So results of their material activities, that's karma. So for the pure devotee, we can see how the karma is being destroyed. There's no more karma for the devotee. Otherwise, everyone from the smallest microbe up to the king of heaven, Indra, is subject to the laws of karma. A pure devotee, being always engaged in the service of the Lord, is exempt from these laws. So Prashadra, he took up always thinking of the Lord. He was always thinking of the Lord. And this is how he became a pure devotee. And then no more karma, and in fact he's gone back home, back to Godhead. Any comments, questions? You can see how devotional service is so powerful, right? That's how Krishna says, you surrender unto me, and I will take care of all your sinful reactions. Do not fear. And here we are seeing an example. You know, what do you say? Krishna says this, and we are seeing this by the life of Prashadra, how Krishna actually does it. Prasadra surrendered to the Lord, and that's how all his sinful reactions wiped away, and he went back home, back to Godhead. So it's encouraging to hear this, no? So that, you know, so this is like, yeah, it's encouraging to see that actually we can see how devotional, so he engaged in devotional service. And now his karma is finished and he's gone back home, back to Godhead. Okay, going on. Kavi kaniyan vishayeshu nispriho
Kavi
Kavikanyan
Kanyan Vishveshu Nipro
visrejya rajyam sahabandhubhirvanam
Visirya
Visrajyarajam
Rajam
sahabandhu
Sahabandhu
niveshya chitte purusham swarocisham
Niveshite Purusham
Purusham
Swarositam
vivesha kaishoravaya param gataha.
Vivekeshoravaya Param Gataha
Gata
Being reluctant to accept material enjoyment, Manu's youngest son, whose name was Kavi, gave up the kingdom before attaining full youth. Accompanied by his friends, he went to the forest, always thinking of the self-effulgent Supreme Personality of Godhead within the core of his heart. Thus he attained perfection. So here now we are speaking of Manu's son, youngest son. What's his name?
Kavi.
Kavi, yeah. What did he do?
He just gave up the kingdom and
Yeah.
he went to the forest.
What did he do in the forest?
Devotional service, thinking of the Lord, Supreme Lord.
Yeah. And he also attained perfection. And he did that before he became a full man, full youth. So he was quite young. He was quite young when he's done that. And he has also become perfect now. He engaged in devotional service. Karushan Manavad Asan.
Karushan Manavad
Manavad Asan.
Karusha Shatrajataya.
Karusha
Karusha
Shatrajataya
Shatrajataya.
Uttara Patha Goptaro.
Uttara Patha
Patha
Goptaru.
Brahmanya Dharma Vatsala.
Brahmanya
Dharma
Vatsala.
From Karusha, another son of Manu, came the Karusha dynasty, a family of Kshatriyas. The Karusha Kshatriyas were the kings of the northern direction. They were celebrated protectors of Brahminical culture and were all firmly religious. So here Sukadev Goswami is speaking. Another son, his name is Karusha. His dynasty is called Karusha, and they were the kings protecting the Brahminical culture. They were the kings in the northern direction. Okay, two sons got liberated. It was mentioned Prashadra went back home, back to Godhead. Kavi got perfection. And here now Karusha, he's a king, and his children are also taking up the kingly duties. Drishtadharshtam abhut shatram.
Drishtadastam
Abhukshatram
Abhukshatram.
Brahma bhuyam gatam shito.
Brahma Bhuyam Gatam Shito
Katam Shito.
Nrikasya vamsha sumatir.
Nrigasya Vamshaha
Nirgasya
Sumati
Sumati.
Bhuta jyotistato vasu.
Bhuta
Bhuta
Jyotis Tato Vasu
Vasu.
From the son of Manu named Drishta came a Kshatriya caste called Dharshta, whose members achieved the position of Brahmanas in this world. So from Karushas were the kings. His dynasty, Karusha, they became the kings. From Drishta, they came, the dynasty was Dharshta, and they became the Brahmanas. Then, from the son of Manu named Nriga came Sumati. From Sumati came Bhuta Jyoti, and from Bhuta Jyoti came Vasu. Here it is said, Shatram Brahma Bhuyam Gatam Shitau. Although the Dhashtas belonged to the Kshatriya caste, they were able to convert themselves into Brahmanas. This gives clear evidence supporting the following statement by Narad, Bhagavatam 7:11-35. Yasya yal lakshanam proktam pumso varnabhi yanjakam yad an yatrapi drishyeta tatteneva vinirtishet. If the qualities of one group are found in the men of another, those men should be recognized by their qualities, by their symptoms, not by the caste of the family in which they were born. Birth is not at all important. It is one's qualities that are stressed in all Vedic literature. So because Manu's sons, Manu king, right? His sons also kings, but by their qualities, they have become Brahmanas. So we can see that it is by the quality, not by birth, that one is assigned. Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. It's by the qualities that one had.
Hare Krishna, Shilpa ji.
Hare
So
Krishna.
in this one, it is written the from son Nrig says Sumati. So Sumati is the son or what?
From
In
the son
this,
of Manu named Nriga came Sumati. Yeah, it's a son. Nriga's
Sumati,
son
and from the son Sumati came
came
the
Bhuta
Bhuta
Jyoti.
Jyoti, son. And then
Yeah,
from son named Bhuta Jyoti came Vasu, right? Is this the
yes,
son? Okay, perfect.
yes, yeah,
Thank you.
that's right. Vaso Pratikas Tatputra.
Vaso Pratikas Tatputra
Vasopratikastatputra
Ogavan Ogavat Pita.
Ogavan Ogavat Pita
Kanya Chaugavati Nama.
Kanya Chaudhavati
Kanyachaukavati
Nama
Nama
Sudarshana Uvahatam.
Sudarshana
Sudarshana
Uvahatam.
Udahatam
The son of Vasu was Pratika, whose son was Ogavan. Ogavan's son was also known as Ogavan, and his daughter was Ogavati. Sudarshan married that daughter. So we are seeing the lineage. Not so easy to remember all the names, but we'll just continue reading. There are certainly great personalities. Their name is being mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay, Chitraseno Narishyantad.
Chitraseno
Chitraseno
Narishyantad
Narishyanta
Rikshastasya Suto Bhavat.
Rikshastasya
Rikshastasya
Suto
Shuto
Abhavat
Bhavat
Tasya Midvams Tata Purna.
Tasya
Tasya
Midvatam
Midvams
Tata
Tata
Purna
Purna
Indrasena Stutat
Indrasena
Indrasena
Sutatsuta
Sutasutta
From Narishyanta came a son named Chitrasen, and from him a son named Riksha. Sorry. From Riksha came Midhavan. From Midhavan came Purna, and from Purna came Indrasen. Vi Vitihotrastva Indrasenat.
Vitihotrastu
Vitihotrastva
Indrasenat
Indrasena
Tasya Satya Shravab Abhut.
Tasya
Tasya
Satya
Satya
Shrava
Shrava
Abhut
Abhut
Urushrava sutastasya
Urushrava
Urushavasutastasya
Devadattastato bhavat.
Devadatta Tato
Devadattastato
Bhava.
bhavat.
From Indrasam came Vitihotra. From Vitihotra came Satyashrava. From Satyashrava came the son named Urushrava. And from Urushrava came Devadatt. Tatogni Bhagavan.
Tato
Tato
Agniveshyo
Vishyo
Bhagavan.
Bhagavan
Agni Swayam Abhut Sutaha.
Agni
Agni
Swayam
Swayam Abhut
Abhusutaha.
Sutaha
Kanina iti Vikyato.
Kanina
Kanina
iti
iti
Khyato.
Kyato
Jatu Karnyo Mahan Rishihi.
Jatu
Jatu
Karnayo
Karno Mahan Rishi.
Maharishi.
From Devdutt came a son known as Agniveshya, who was the fire god Agni himself. This son, who was a celebrated saint, was well known as Kanina and Jatukarnya. So now comes Agni Dev has also taken birth in this dynasty as Agniveshya, and he was a saint, right? It's writing here. Agniveshya he is fire god Agni himself, and this son who was a celebrated saint. So Agniveshya is a saint, and he is also known as Kanina and Jatukarnya, and he is the fire god himself. Agniveshya was also known as Kanina and Jatukarnya. Tato Brahma Kulam Jatam.
Tato Brahma Kulam Jatam.
Agniveshyayanam Nripa.
Agni
Agni Shayan
Veshyanam Ripa
Narishyantan Vaya Prokto.
Narishyatan
Narishyanta
Vyayam
Vaya
Prokto.
Prokto
Dishta Vamsham Ata Shinu.
Drishtam
Dishya
Vamsham
Vamsham
Atashri.
Atashino.
O king, from Agniveshya came a Brahmanical dynasty known as Agniveshayana. Now that I have described the descendants of Narishyanta, let me describe the descendants of Dishta. Please hear from me. So this we were hearing the descendants of one of the sons. Now Sukadev Goswami is saying he's going to tell about the other descendants. So Agniveshya, who's he actually?
He's
Fire
the
god
fire
himself.
god.
Fire
Yeah.
god, yeah, Agni himself. Yeah, and he was a saint. So from him is coming what's his dynasty known as?
Agni Veshyana. Yeah,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah. And they are kings or they are brahmanas?
Brahmanas, right?
Brahmana.
Yeah, brahmanas. That's right. So he is a saint and his dynasty is all brahmanas, Agniveshayana. Okay, now another dynasty. Nabhago Dishta Putronya.
Navago
Nabhagavata Putranya.
Dishtapuronya.
Karmana Vaishayatam Gataha.
Karmana
Karmana
Vaishya Tam
Veshatam
Gatam.
Gata.
Balandana Sutastasya.
Balandana
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 Sutastasya.
Sutastasya.
Vatsa Pritir Balandanat.
Vatsya
Vatsya
Priti
Priti
Balandana.
Baladana.
Vatsa Prite Sutta Pramshus.
Vatsa
Vatsa
Prite
Priti
Sutah
Sutta
Pramshus.
Pramshus.
Tatsutam Pramatim Vidu.
Tatsutam
Tatsutam
Pramatam
Pramatim
Vidu.
Vidu.
Kanitra Pramates Tasmaj.
Anitra
Kanitra
Pramati
Pramateste
Tasmat.
Tashmas.
Chakshushoth vivimshati.
Chakshusota vivimsati.
Dishta had a son by the name Nabhaga. This Nabhaga, who was different from the Nabhaga described later, became a Vaishya by occupational duty. The son of Nabhaga was known as Balandana. The son of Balandana was Vatsapriti, and his son was Pramshu. Pramshu's son was Pramati. Pramati's son was Kanitra. Kanitra's son was Chakshusha, and his son was Vivimshati. From Manu, one son became a Kshatriya, another a Brahmana, and another a Vaishya. This confirms the statement by Narad Muni, Yasya yal lakshanam proktam pumso varnabhiv yanjakam. Bhagavatam 7:11-35. One should always remember that Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, and Vaishyas should never be regarded as members of a caste by birth. A Brahmana may be changed into a Kshatriya and a Kshatriya into a Brahmana. Similarly, a Brahmana or Kshatriya may be changed into a Vaishya and a Vaishya into a Brahmana or Kshatriya. This is confirmed in Bhagavad Gita, Chaturvarnyam Maya Shrishtam Guna Karma Vibhagasha. So, one is a Brahmana, Kshatriya or Vaishya, never by birth, but by quality. So we can see now Manu's son, someone is becoming a king, someone's becoming Brahman, somebody is becoming a Vaishya. So we can see that it is not by birth that one is becoming Brahman, Vaishya, Shudra or Kshatriya, but it is by the quality, the gunas. There is a great need of Brahmanas. Therefore, in the Krishna consciousness movement, we are trying to train some Brahmanas to guide human society. Because at present, there is a scarcity of Brahmanas. The brain of human society is lost. Because practically everyone is a Shudra, no one at the present moment can guide the members of society to the proper path by which to achieve perfection in life. So the Brahmanas, they were the intelligent class. They would guide the kings how to rule, how to take care of everyone. So Prabhupada is mentioning that now, current times, we need qualified Brahmanas. And so that's why the Krishna consciousness movement is training certain people to become Brahmanas so that they can guide others and society can be peaceful and prosperous. Vivimshate suto ramba
Vivimshate sutorham
Sutorama
khani netrosya dharmika
Hani netrosya
Dharmika
dharmika
karandamo maharaja
Karandamo
Parandama
Maharaja
Maharaja
tasyasid atmajo nripa.
Dasya
Tasyasit
Shrit
Atmajo
Atmajo
Nipa
Nipa.
The son of Vivimshati was Ramba, whose son was the great and religious king Kaninetra. O king, the son of Kaninetra was King Karandhama. Tasya vikshit suto yasya
Tasya Vikshit
Suto
Suto Yasya
Yashya
marutas chakravarti abhut.
Marutash
Chakravarti
Chakravarti Abhut
Abu
Samvarto yaja yad yamvai.
Samvarto
Samvarto
Yajayat
Yachayatayam Vaye
Yamve
Mahayogi Angira Sutta.
Mahayogi
Mahayogi
Angira
Angira
Sutaha.
Sutta
From Karandama came a son named Avikshit, and from Avikshit a son named Maruta, who was the emperor. The great mystic Samvarta, the son of Angira, engaged Maruta in performing a sacrifice, yajna. Okay. The great mystic Samvarta was the son of Angira, engaged Maruta in performing a sacrifice. Okay, so this is Angira Muni's son, Samvarta. He
So
engaged
you mean
Maruta.
Angira is again the son of Vaivasta?
No,
No.
no. Maruta is coming in the dynasty. Maruta is the emperor. And
Mm.
Angira Muni's son, Samvarta, he engaged him in performing a yajna. He engaged Maruta in performing the yajna.
Oh. Mm.
Marutasya yatha yajyo
Marutasya yatha yatha
Utashayakyo
na tathanyosti kaschana
na tathanyus
Natatharyosti
kaschana
Chikashana
sarvam hiranmayam tva asid.
sarvam
Sarvam
hiranmayam
Hiranyamanyam Tva
asid
Asit
Yat kinchit chasya shobhanam.
Yat
yatkinchit chasya
Tasya
shobhanam.
Shodhanam
The sacrificial paraphernalia of King Maruta was extremely beautiful, for everything was made of gold. Indeed, no other sacrifice could compare to his. So why this sacrifice is specifically mentioned here? Because it was so opulent, it was so beautiful. Everything is made of gold. Certainly very different, everything. So that's why Sukadev Goswami is mentioning here. No other sacrifice could compare to this because everything is golden and it's very beautiful. Amadyad Indra Somena
Amadyat
Namadya
Indra
Indra
Sopena
Dakshina Vijataya
Dakshina Vedvijataya
Dakshinabhidvijataya
Maruta Pariveshtaro
Maruta
Maruta
Parivestaro
Parivishtadro
Vishve Deva Sabhasada.
Vishwe
Vishwadeva
Deva Sabhasada.
Sabhasada
In that sacrifice, King Indra became intoxicated by drinking a large quantity of somras. The Brahmanas received ample contributions, and therefore they were satisfied. For that sacrifice, the various demigods who control the winds offered foodstuffs, and the Vishvedevas were members of the assembly. Because of the yajna performed by Maruta, everyone was pleased, especially the Brahmanas and Kshatriyas. Brahmanas are interested in receiving contributions as priests, and Kshatriyas are interested in drinking. All of them, therefore, were satisfied with their different engagements. So it's a beautiful sacrifice, it's a great sacrifice, and everyone's happy. The Brahmanas are getting what they want, that is charity, and the Kshatriyas are getting what they want, that they can drink. Marutasya Damaputras
Marutasya
Marutasya
Damaputras
Tasyasid Rajya Vardhana
Tasya Sid
Rajavardhana
Rajyavardhana
Sudritis Tatsuto Jagye
Sutirtisatsuto Jagni
Shakya
Saudretyo Narasuttaha.
Saudriyo Narasutaha
Maruta's son was Dama. Dama's son was Rajyavardhan. Rajyavardhan's son was Sudriti, and his son was Nara. Okay, did y'all have any comments or questions?
Too many names.
Too many names.
Yeah, Hare
That's right.
Krishna.
Yes. Yeah. Then because
Yeah.
you're reading of the lineage. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
lot of names. Yeah.
Hare Krishna. But we started with Vishwa Manu and
Vyavastha Manu.
Vyavastha Manu, yeah, and it changed like Marutas and
We are
say
hearing about
Agni.
his dynasty, his son's children.
So Maruta was Vishwa Manu's son? No.
No, here we are seeing the son of the son of the son of the son of the son.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's how we are reading, no? That this one son became this one son became this one son. And so he had 10 sons. And so there are 10 different dynasties like that.
Mm,
But they're all coming from Vaivastha Manu, so it's all his dynasty.
okay.
And some became Kshatriya, some became Brahmana, right? Brahmana.
Yes, and also some became
Vaishya.
Vaishya. Yeah, that's right. So yeah, it's like, if we were to hear our lineage, like, father's father, so it will be a lot of
Mm-hmm.
names, right? It will certainly be a lot of names. So here, that's how we are hearing.
All are descendant of Vishwa
Vaivastha,
Manu.
Vaivastha,
Vyavastha Manu.
yes, all are descendants of Vaivastha Manu.
Mm.
Okay, stop here for today.
Yes.
Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila
Jai,
Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur
Jai,
Jai.
Bhakta ki jai. Hare
Jai.
Krishna. Thank you all
Hare
for
Krishna.
listening and joining.